Hello, this is My Vote EOS BP interview series. My name is Han, and we are here with Adam and JP from Detroit Ledger Technologies. Welcome, JP. Welcome, Adam.
How you doing, Han?
It's good.
Good to be here.
Yeah. So the first thing first, I'm going to ask you the simple questions if you agree or not with the principles of My Vote EOS. So let me go for it. So first, you're not going to engage with the vote buy, do you?
I agree, or we agree.
Yeah, you won't.
Yeah, we won't do it. Yep.
Okay. So you agree to provide quarterly operations and financial reports.
Yes, we agree to that as well. We actually just finished up a big project to do all of that work. So
nice. And you're not going to run second BP under the same ownership.
We agree, and we've never run a second BP on any of the networks that we support.
Great. And you know that votes can be taken away at any time if you engage with the vote buy ever again after getting voted by My Vote EOS proxy.
Yes, we understand that.
All right. So would you be able to tell the audience a little bit about yourself? Some intro. Can you do some intro about Detroit Ledger Technologies?
Yeah, so I'm Adam Zintarski. I'm one of the original co-founders and the current CEO of Detroit Ledger Technologies, formerly EOS Detroit. Our BP name is still EOS Detroit as the account. So if you want to vote for us, that would be it. Or, of course, go through the proxy here that's starting up. And then this is JP, who is our CIO. So he's the one that, of course, makes me look really good running all the nodes and things like that. We were one of the original pre-launch BPs back in 2018 when EOS started. And since then, we've really kind of expanded and grown out. Of course, we had to go spin up nodes on other EOS.io networks like Telos, Wax, etc. To kind of make it through because we weren't getting voted in, or we weren't getting pay on EOS for the longest time. We're currently a standby on EOS. But we had to grow kind of organically that way. And since then, I mean, we've expanded from, just being this little scrappy BP team to actually having over 15 team members right now. So, and that's full-time contractors and actual employees as well too. So we've grown quite a bit. We've actually spun out another company as well called Facings, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But we've really grown, I think, matured as a company, and now offer a full suite of block production services as well as product development and some other exciting things we'll talk about.
Nice. How many people you have?
So I think it's currently, we just brought on another guy. His first day was yesterday. So I think that brings us up to like 18 total
Wow.
for EOS or DLT rather. And then Facings, the subsidiary that's raising money and spinning out right now. They're about to close their pre-seed round actually in the next month or so. They have another JP, I think like 10 people right now.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So we're getting close to like 30 people that we've really brought into the ecosystem here. If you've been in the space for a long time, you probably remember it was pretty much just like me and Rob and like one other person for the longest time. But we've really grown the team and introduced a lot of different people to EOS.io technology, even through just bringing them onto our company. So we're really proud of that. And I think that's really different from a lot of other block producers right now. Actually, across the various different networks, they tend to be smaller shops, but we've actually grown and tried to bring people into the fold.
Nice. So JP, you are CIO, and then can you tell us a little bit about infrastructures you have?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been here for a couple of years now, and when I first came around, the majority of our infrastructure used to be cloud infrastructure. Of course, that's not optimal, and as these networks are growing, you're going to need something more performant. And eventually, we got all of our infrastructure, or at least 90% of it, on actual bare metal that we bought with BP proceeds. And we're using that to run, of course, signing nodes, peering nodes, public APIs, open to use for anyone across all of our chains.
Yeah, which I think we just invested a couple months ago, like an additional $40,000 into just those API nodes. So we're constantly always trying to improve there.
Yep, just growing into different data centers, trying to become more reliable, more redundant. Yeah.
So I know you guys been from the day one, and then I know how you've been active in different instances of EOS IO chains. So I believe that you guys' experiences in EOS and other chains will add up a lot of value once you are in you have more budget to contribute, right? So would you be able to share a little bit about like what kind of things you've been learned from other chains and what kind of things you wanted to contribute as you get voted?
Yeah, definitely. So we've really, I think, as a BP, specialized in building governance tools. So I was involved in the original discussions around the EOS Constitution, and maybe that's not a good thing because we know how that all played out, right? But it's really just about learning. I think at that time nobody really knew how it was going to shake out, and we learned a lot. And then, of course, we learned from our mistakes. And I also participated in the original governance and helped write a lot of the Telos core governance documents with Douglas Horn actually over there. And led that working group when we started that chain. So we learned a lot about how to write governance, and then we also built governance tools like the WAX OIG Office of Inspector General. So and for those who don't know or aren't familiar with WAX, that's kind of like a BP grading elected office. So there's 3 OIG officers, and they essentially write rules for, okay, your BP needs to meet these metrics, right? And here's how we're going to score you if you contribute to the community. And here's how we're going to score you if you contribute product development or open source software. So we developed all the original criteria for that, got ourselves out of it and passed it back onto the community. We've also built a number of different, I would say, grant funding platforms. So like WAX Labs is really the first one we did. And then we actually are about to deploy on Telos Build, which is an RFP style system. So, the core development team over there is actually going to bid out projects to the community and BPs and other development teams like that. So we built a system to handle that on the Telos Decide code base. So, and that's actually what the OIG is based off of as well in WAX Labs. So we've managed to kind of borrow things from all these different chains and make something really, really robust out of it. And we're really hoping to kind of contribute things like that back to EOS, maybe see how we can help improve things like Pomelo and the ENF grant system and things like that.
Okay, I think you guys really have a proven track record of what you've been doing so far. So I really, I really hope that my vote EOS proxy ends up getting lots of support from the community and have a luck with the opportunity to contribute more on the chain. So thank you for making yourself available for this interview, and I wish you luck.
Thanks, An, and we wish you luck too. You'll have to make it back out to Detroit, or we'll have to go visit you in South Korea soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.